Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. If you're new, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading for the life, so it's the life general unfolding as we go forward, and then straight after this reading will be the love reading. There is a timestamp below if you want to jump ahead to that. There's a few things happening for you, a few aspects which are going to come in for you. On the 4th of December, there is a solar eclipse, new moon, that will be in your sign. And it's going to be connecting up with Mercury as well, and Chiron. So going to be quite a fiery eclipse for you. The Chiron is always about healing past things. So I do feel that, and I feel with the Mercury, I feel that this is going to bring up things that need to be said or expressed in some way, or things that have to be thought through. But that'll be on the 4th of December. And then on the 19th of December, there is a full moon that will be 27 degrees of Gemini, so that will be at an angle to you. And Venus goes retrograde on the same day. So I feel that will have an impact on it as well. And then also Mars will be going into Sagittarius on the 14th of December. So it's the 4th, the 14th, and the 19th. Will be kind of connected to you in some way, shape or form, although there are many other aspects occurring as the month unfolds. The other one I feel, since you've got Saturn return, maybe 24th to the 29th of December. There could be some issues there. And then also Jupiter goes into Pisces on the 30th of December. So Jupiter moving into any sign is a big deal, and it's going into Pisces, which is opposite which is at an angle to Sagittarius. So I feel that there will be some things coming to light. Jupiter is always going to be soothing in some way, but it could also be quite lucky or very expansive. So we'll see. Okay, so there's a couple of things that are unfolding here for you. But it seems to me that coming from the past, I feel this is the past. And if you haven't dealt with this yet, you need to. I think this is saying that there are some things in the past which you need to let go of now, or if you have been working on that consciously, to let go of. Because you've also got the North Node. So you have South Node and then you have North Node that came out. North Node and Gemini fell out together. So I've already shuffled, obviously, and laid out the cards. So let's just work our way through each aspect. With the South Node, this is to do with letting go of the past in some way, shape or form. In some ways it can be closing it can be quite a sort of a big door shutting close for you, so something really slamming shut. In other ways it can be just releasing things, letting go of things which are just not working for you, or old concepts, old things, baggage, whatever it may be, releasing things that are just holding you back, or cluttering up your energy, or it could be people related, relationship related, but it could also obviously be material. It could also be a direction that you have been going in your life. Now suddenly needs to change, and you've got to go in a different direction, and the door will shut on that, on the past. It could also be collectively as well, you know, that this we're coming out of a very old system, moving forward, and that is creating a lot of turbulence, a lot of waves, but you know, it really is necessary for growth. So that has to be, things have to be let go of in order to bring in the new things. So if you've been busy working on that consciously, some things may still be lingering, and you're going to be working through that. But it can also be, there may just be a few more remnants of things that need to be worked on. But it's saying that let go of the past, release things that don't work for you or have not worked for you. And this could be relationship, it could be things, it could be careers, it could be ways of life, whatever it may be. Let it go to make room. And as I said, in some cases that this could happen quite suddenly. It could also be an epiphany about something. You've got Saturn return here, so that could very well be the case, where you've just reached saturation point with something, you know. So that could be coming in. Now, we have got North Node. This is a very important card. It's coming into your 5th house. Now, there's 3 themes that I can see coming in here. The North Node, now the 5th house deals with the entertainment industry or entertainment. It can also deal with creativity, all sorts of creative projects, whether it's handcrafts or whether it's a sport or whether it's an activity. It's all recreational activities, fun. pleasurable activities. This can be love affairs. It can also be children. So any one of those aspects are coming in. But it's saying that with the North Node, there's something coming into this 5th house which is aligned with your life purpose. The North Node is always about your life purpose, finding it or it opening up for you. So you've got the South Node, which is the closing of the door, and the North Node is the opening up of a door. So there's this transition period that you may already be in, or you may be just coming out of, or you may have already passed these, let go of these past things, done the resolving, and now you're moving forward. But it's coming into your 5th house. So that, as I said, could be to do with children. Either, you could be involved with teaching children or involved with children in some way, or it could be to do with your own children. So they may be finding their life purpose, or you are assisting them in some way. Or it could be that it's related to a creative project. So this could be artistic or something else. With Gemini, it could very well be handcrafts. But it's something that you do. It could be sport, it could be a club activity, or any kind of recreational activity which is good for you and enjoyable for you. It's saying that something is opening up for you now, and or for your children, or for you to do with anything to do with that. It could also be the entertainment industry. Maybe you're involved in that. Maybe you are involved in the media with Gemini. All communication things are related to Gemini. So this could be media industry, it could be publishing, writing, anything. It could also be education to do with your children. It could also, it's early learning that comes in with Gemini. It's also neighbors and siblings maybe coming in. Or people around you at this time. It's also communication as in receiving news, or you may be giving news out. It could also be that people are talking about you in some way, or talking about your situation. There could be gossip involved there, so just be aware of that, because you've got the 9 of Spring card here, which is about protecting what you've worked very hard for. Okay, so just be aware of that. It could be your reputation or something like that. But it's saying that something is opening up for you, but you may need to be working your contacts, your networks, your friends, your people around you, or it could even be a sibling. There's something related to that. It could also be a sibling is talking about your situation, It depends how it's aspected, because love affairs may also be coming up in this. So the Gemini is the Lover's card in this deck. So it could be love related, falling in love, a love affair, and this person is destined for you in some way, shape or form. Or it could be children related, or it could be profession related, as in what you do, your entertainment profession, or it could be some craft or a creative project that you're involved in. But I feel that this is about communication. This is about words, what you say, what you think, how you express yourself. And it could also be to do with contracts and documents as well. It's something to do with that coming in for you. The 5th house is about being passionate about it. It's passionate about whatever it is that's coming up for you. The North Node is always your life purpose. This is very, very important in your life. This is about finding something, or something falling into place. It could be education related. Perhaps you have children and now you are homeschooling because of the situation in the world right now. So you could be moving into that environment, homeschooling, or perhaps you're connecting with others who want to do that as well, and you're aligning with them. Or it could be that you are somehow finding your way in that related to that education, or it could be connecting with soul family. Soul tribe family comes in with the North Node. So it could be connecting with others, whether it's a creative project or a love affair, or in a group setting like a club or a sport. The North Node can bring people into your life who are soulmates, or who are part of your soul tribe. These are very important people who come in, whether they only come in for a short time or whether it's a long time. It's all contracted before. You are contracted with them, and they will show up in some form or way to assist you, and you will assist them. It's a mutual agreement that you have, but it's very important. You're going to feel very comfortable with this person or these people that are around you at this time. You're going to be connecting with them. The communication is going to be good. This could also be some other industry which is related to entertainment, but it could also be very creative, as in dramatic, stage or media, something to do with that. The 5th house is also about having fun. So possibly with this releasing of everything from the past and other aspects, perhaps it's love affair related or perhaps it's children related, but it's saying to you that you need to move forward in a way which is more aligned with you. So have more fun, enjoy yourself, do more activities which are recreational and that you are passionate about, which are also going to light you up. You know, there's no point in living a life, half a life. You need to do things which light you up and which get your juices going, okay? So this is about finding that passion. It may have been suppressed. You may have had a lot of responsibilities in the past, and now things are lightening up, especially with the Gemini card. Gemini loves to get out and be more social and be more outgoing. And with the North Node, that could very well be saying there's something aligned with your life purpose here. We've also got vast independence. So I feel that this could be education related, or it could be publishing related, or it could just be something that you want to do, some creative project or something that you need to do, whether it's artistic or whatever it is. But you need to be independent. That's what she's saying. So be careful who you link up with, okay? Maintain your independence, even though you may be collaborating with others coming in to assist you at this time. Maintain your independence in some way, shape, or form. It could even be independence of thought, or independence of time, or independence of opinions. Take it as it resonates for you. It could be that with all the activity going on in the 5th house, that perhaps you need to spend more time on your own, doing what is right for you, what you're passionate about, in order to bring this life purpose online. Or it could be that you need to be independent from an old system, some old system which has been in existence. You need to move out of that and be more independent in some way, shape, or form. As I said, education could very well be coming in here. Or it could be to do with the entertainment industry or some sort of profession or something that you've been doing. It can also be that you just need to spend more time perhaps having fun, which is what I said. Have fun, lighten up, do more activities which are recreational and inspirational and fun, and just light you up, bring passion into your life, and connect with others who are aligned with you as well. It could also be love affair related. Perhaps you just need to, you're aligning with somebody, but there is also some aspect of that which you may need to be moving out of social circles that you've been in, or activities that you have been doing. Maybe you're moving away from that now into other aspects. Take it as it resonates, and connect the dots up there for yourself depending on your situation. We've also got the 6th house coming in here. Now, the 6th house is everything to do with your craft, whatever it is that you do. So this can be your profession, where you go to work every day. So you may not leave to go to work. You may work from home. So whatever it is that you do, mastery of your craft. It can also be your workplace, your work colleagues, what is going on in your daily routines around that. It's also related to your health, your diet, and your well-being, and your lifestyle as you're living it currently. Now, there may be some purification required with that, because that does come in with the 6th house. But it can also be gaining skills in something, kind of learning under another. And this may come in to do with this North Node, and finding passion or being creative about something, or getting involved in something, which is, something's opening, some sort of door is opening for you here. And this may involve learning under somebody else, it's something like an apprenticeship, or kind of a mentor, or maybe you're going to be that for somebody as well. Now, the 6th house, with the Saturn return underneath, this is saying that you've reached a point in your life here. As I say, you may be exiting certain things in your life, certain structures that have been in place a long time with the South Node and with Saturn return. You may be wanting to exit certain structures, or exit certain ways of life, or health and diet and well-being. You may be just wanting to change your life, clean up, purify, go in a different direction, because Saturn return can be very much about that. This can be you looking at certain things in your life and realizing that you may have a bit of disappointment, or you may be looking at something and realizing that it hasn't actually worked for you, or whatever has been in place has had its day and you now need to move on. You may have had a lot of responsibilities in the past, and that kept you from doing things that you could have, should have, or would have done had things been different. Okay, now it's time to go after your own goals, your own dreams, and make them happen. All right, so this is a change of pace altogether, but there's a kind of a wrapping up required with Saturn. This is about looking at things that have been in your life, structures that have been in your life, systems, ways of being, lifestyle, whatever it may be, and realizing that it's had its day, or that you now need to be looking at your own particular goals and wishes and dreams. Now, this could be related to empty nest, so your children leaving home, or it could be a partner is going in a different direction, or you are just summing up your life. This is a very realistic look. Saturn is always very realistic. It's also about foundations. A foundation that you've had in your life for a long time may be falling away now. Now, this could be closing with quite an abrupt close, you know, like a big door shutting. It could very well be that, or it could just be something is falling away and you're trying to hang on to it, but then you realize actually that it's time to let it go now. This could be a way of life, it could be a job, it could be a diet, or the way you have been living your life. There's lots of ways that this can come in, but it's basically now you've been given an opportunity to go after what it is that is close to your heart. So this could be an activity, it could be a simple craft that you've always wanted to do, you know, because this is the house of craft. It could also be medicine related or health and diet related. Perhaps you want to study more, something to do with that. It could also be that your diet or the way you have lived your life, or things that have happened recently or up until recent past, you've realized that your immune system has taken a bit of a knock, or you need to spruce it up. You need to purify it and work really hard at building up your health and diet and your well-being. This could be lots of ways coming in, because you've got Ishtar boundaries at the top. So I think you are coming to terms with certain things, you are realizing certain things, and you are seeing certain things. But this is a way now, a way is being opened up for you to actually go after what it is that is close to your heart. What is most important to you? Not to everybody else. This is not somebody else's dreams. I mean, you could have had parents who decided which way you were going to go. You could have had a marriage which kind of defined your life. You know, there's lots of ways that this could have come in. But this is, it doesn't matter what age you are. This is saying that you are at a position now where you can go after what it is that you want. So don't think that you are too young or too old to do this. That's not the case, okay? Also, with Saturn return age, look after your health, your bones, your ligaments, your teeth, all the stretchy, hard parts of your body, your skeletal structure. So this can, you know, maybe you need to go to a dentist to deal with old things. Teeth flaring up, or things to do with teeth, are always old issues, old things that need to be let go of now, which is why you've got the South Node. It could also be you need to go to a chiropractor. You know, there's lots of ways. It could also be exercise related, especially if you've been in doing recreational activities related to you know, sort of movement of the body. You're realizing now that there are certain aspects you need to take care of going forward. But it could also be work related. You are now seeing that structures that have been in your life, or a direction that you've taken in your life up until this point, is now needs to evolve and change and be more suited and more aligned to what it is that you feel in your heart. Okay, this is it can be a bit of a weight. This you could get a little bit down about how things have turned out. Some things may not have worked. So this could be like, what you have sown, you will reap, you know, and this is the reaping now. So it's looking back, but don't spend too much time there, okay? Yes, you can bring the wisdom and the hindsight forward, but you do need to move forward. So pick up your energies. This is a slow moving energy. This is about building a foundation, but this is going to be a new foundation for yourself. All right, you need to let go of things that haven't worked or just not suiting you anymore. You've outgrown them, or you are realizing that certain things just didn't work, or you didn't handle them as well as you thought. But with that wisdom and the hindsight now comes the opportunity and the inner standing to actually move forward and apply different ground to what it is that you want to build, you know. So building foundation, but it can also be, as I said, a redirection that is occurring, but it's a slow moving energy. Whatever you build, whatever you create under a Saturn return will be long lasting. So make sure it's aligned with who you are and what you are and what the direction you need to go in now. Okay, very important. You've also got Ishtar boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. So this is saying to you that I feel that there may have been positions in the past or situations in the past where your boundaries may not have been as strong as they could have been. So you may need to reiterate those, or you may need to, as I said, stand your ground on certain things or build new ground and then build your boundaries around that, so that you're not falling into the same situations that you've had previously. It could also be that you may have had boundaries from the past which now need to fall away to make room for new things. So just do a boundary check, all right? But just say no to others' demand on your time and energy. And this could be family, this could be friends, this could be a sibling, this could be all kinds of things. It could also be work-related. You may just need to be going in a different direction or changing the way you're doing things. Perhaps you need to draw a stronger boundary. If you work from home, you know, the boundary between work life and home life. If you work from home, everything's in the same environment. So take it as it resonates. But she's saying that there's something that needs to be checked and put in place if there isn't a boundary, or just to make sure that you're not blocking yourself from moving forward because you're so stuck in an old way of life or an old attitude or a belief. You know, you may believe that you're too old to do this, too old to change something, or it could be that you feel you're too young, or that you're past it, or that your opportunities have come and gone. Saturn return age is a second chance. Okay, so boundaries. Check that you haven't got old boundaries sitting there that you do not need anymore, that are blocking you, inhibiting you, or make sure that you're not being pulled under by other people's complications and demands on your time and energy, because people can do this when they see you changing and growing. It makes them uncomfortable, so then they try to keep you where you were. You know, these things happen. It's just something we've all got to work through. Now, we've also got here Nine of Spring. Protect the fruits of your labors, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. So this can also be about to do with your immunity, your connection between nature and your body. Going back to nature for health cures or for diet, well-being, health, going back to nature in some way. This is a very strong connection to nature or the environment, and protecting what it is, whether you're growing your own food or something that you're growing, whether you're farming or you want to do that, or it could be work related to the projects you've been working on. It's saying that you've grown in experience, and you need to make sure that you're protecting that, whether it's copywriting or just protect the fruits of your labors. With the Saturn return, some things could fall away, so make sure that what you are protecting is working for you. Okay, but she's saying that you know, there could be challenges ahead. This could be to do with food security. This could be to do with other aspects of security within your life. But it could also be to do with your, as I said, health. It's either health related or work related, or it could be well-being and your lifestyle as you're living it currently, and where you're living it. You know, are you close to nature? Is that where you want to be? Are you needing to find help from nature to solve certain issues that you're grappling with, health related or work related, whatever it may be? Okay, there's some sort of environmental bent coming in here. It could also be a change of profession, or it could be helping some other aspect of your life. But there's some sort of summing up and a reality check occurring here. You've also got Magician coming in. So this is a major arcana, and it says here, you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. So the Magician is the ultimate manifester. Magic, that is the Magician. So harness your magic, okay? It's a very airy, analytical kind of a sign, but it's also to do with magic. This is alchemy, whether this is environmentally related, health related, nutrition related, it could be children related, it could be work related, you could be manifesting projects or creative things, and it goes with the Gemini energy. So there's some thought required here. So positive thoughts, positive words, and that is what you will manifest. But the Magician is the ultimate in creation. And you've got the 5th house, which is about creation, okay? And the Magician can literally be manifesting things or working probabilities and possibilities and working that whole aspect. And this is, I think, why you've got the Gemini as well. There's some kind of mental agility, alchemy going on here, transformation of what was to what is. and that's why you've got South Node going into North Node. There's some kind of magician kind of skill that needs to be pulled in here. Whether you believe in magic or not, it does exist, and this can even be science related. So pull it in, you know, just realize that you create your reality. All right, you create what it is you want to move forward into. So if you want a positive future, a new earth, a new system, a new way of doing things, then that's what you must focus on. You must create the new in your mind. Let go of the negative, let go of old control systems, and manifest the new by visioning it, imagining it, and then get to work to make it happen for yourself. Because everything you do for yourself that's what ripples out to everybody else. Okay, you start with yourself. So a lot of power and a lot of energy can be harnessed at this time to help you with whatever it is that you need to do. It's also very much about paying attention and transforming things in your environment and being quick about things. Gemini is very quick-witted, quick to take opportunities, pick up opportunities, and to look and see and to intuit things as well. We've also got the first house coming in here. So the first house is about the physical body. So this could be health related. So it's your physical body, it's your self-image. You may be wanting to go through a bit of a makeover, changing your image, changing the way you look, the way you dress, or however it may be. It could also be related to some other change which is occurring in your life. You may be going in a different direction and it requires some sort of self-image change. It could also be your philosophy or your direction, the way you are moving forward in your life, the course you are setting in your life, your outlook, your point of view. All of that is the first house. It's your door to the world, all right? It's your expression, you know, it's your consciousness as well. So everything to do with that. You've got a fire element coming in, and then you've got Aphrodite, inner goddess. So this is always about self-care. And I've said this with the health and the diet and the well-being. There's something that is going to get fired up in you. With the fire element, this can be passion related, to do with a love affair or a relationship. Or it could be passionate about what it is that you want to do now, creativity, being passionate about what you're doing in your life. So there's a lot of that coming in. It's also courage. You may just need courage to push forward on something, changing something, whether it's to do with your children or your children's education or the direction you're going in your life, or you want to, you know, get rid of the past and let go of the past and move forward now. Then the fire element is going to give you that impetus. It's really going to give you that push. Some fire is going to be lit here for you. Courage. You may be surrounded by a few bossy people, and this is possibly why you've got boundaries as well. It could also be ego is involved somewhere along the line here. It could also be that you need to get upfront and very honest and clear with somebody. Cards on the table, or with somebody, or with a group or an association, or where you work or what you do. Cards on the table and say, this is it. This is what I expect, and this is how we're going to move forward. You can also burn bridges with this card. All right, very, very powerful energy, very fiery, get things done energy, no nonsense. It's enthusiastic. Fire has been lit. This is get things going, courage, passion, you know, it really can be like forward movement in some way. But I also feel with the Aphrodite inner goddess, it may be that you need to do some transformation of your self-image or your philosophy or the direction that you're going in. But there is some self-care required here. So this means going inward, assessing your diet, your health, and your well-being. Is it what it should be? How can you improve on it? Can you improve on your image? Can you improve on your consciousness and your outlook? All of these things. But this is also about getting in touch with your feminine side, the intuition side, the receptive side, and going with that, allowing that to lead you in certain ways. So the balancing of the masculine and the feminine, but this is the feminine aspect, tapping into that. Whether you're masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. We have both, so you've got to have both. And when you have both in balance, there's actually nothing you can't do. So this is about listening to your intuition and following, receiving information, receiving intuition, and receiving guidance, and also receiving impressions, and following synchronicities, and listening to your inner self, but also taking care of yourself. Self-care, so awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity, your beauty, your body that is carrying you through your life, your temple, this is very much the first house. This is taking action in some way, whether this is an exercise activity or health and diet related or image related or your consciousness. Take charge, okay? Take charge, nurture yourself, love yourself on the inside, and that is what will be reflected on the outside. But there's a lot of self-care required and listening to the inner goddess. And being compassionate with yourself as well, all right? You may have been through a lot. Yes, your body may need a bit of work and you may need to do a few things, but there's when you love yourself and when you're focused on listening to that inner side and being compassionate with yourself, then you really open the doors to a lot of different things. Finally, we've got your Manya, golden opportunity. So some sort of opportunity is coming in here for you. She's very happy, and she's got the dolphin in the background. There's the sea. She's very happy where she is. So important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So some sort of opportunity is going to come or present itself to you. It's coming straight for you in on the tide. When you see it coming towards you, know that you have the skills. You have whatever you require, the CV, the looks, or whatever it is that you require. For this opportunity, you're fully qualified, if you want to call it that, or you have everything that you need to take up this opportunity, all right? Just let go of the past, all right? Jump for this opportunity, because it's going to bring you a lot of happiness, and don't doubt. Saturn return sometimes can make you doubt. Don't doubt that you're fully equipped to do this, and all your skills, wisdom, knowledge will follow you into this opportunity. Okay, Sagittarius, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And if you want to stay on for the love reading that's following afterwards. Otherwise, take care, and I will see you next time. Hello Sagittarius, welcome back. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is your love reading. It's for you and your person, your significant other, your special someone, whoever's in your life. It could also be that you may be meeting somebody at this time, but I've already shuffled and laid out the cards. So I'm seeing a couple of themes here. It depends really on your situation. So just take what resonates and apply it, whatever you can from the reading. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. If you want to watch the live reading that's following before, otherwise just go to the timestamp below. Okay, so with the current situation, there's definitely a challenge here, but from what I'm seeing, it seems to me like there is a decision that needs to be made, or some kind of initiating action, whatever is appropriate for you. But it seems to be that some sort of decision needs to be made, because you've got full moon in Libra here. But you have got, it's a bit of a challenge, the situation currently. You have got the square, which is about challenges. And this can be about uniting two different forces, or working things out, where you combine two different forces. It can also bring up weaknesses in things, in an aspect, but it also can be about finding a way to deal with things. But there can be it can be a little bit difficult with the square, because you're kind of juggling. You've got tension between two different aspects, and it can actually, as I said, be quite a challenge, or puts pressure on a situation. You've also got you've got new moon in Virgo here. So new moon in Virgo does give me the feeling, especially with the new moon, that there is some kind of analysis, or some sort of process that needs to go through to get your house in order. So whether this is an environmental thing, if you're already together with your, the environment that you're in together, or the literal cleaning up of your house. If you're living together, there could be sort of decluttering that's required, or some kind of letting go. But there's discernment required here, and this to me is like an analytical thing, and I feel it's to do with a decision. So you need to decide where this is going. So either it's a decision that's facing both of you, and you need to move forward on it, or it could be one or either of you is wanting to make the decision. I feel it may be you, but there is some kind of course that needs to be plotted here. Some sort of discussion needs to be had, or some kind of direction needs to be decided on. It could also be that the relationship is going to a new level, or you may be deciding to go your own way at this time. Or it could be that somebody new is coming into your life now. So just see how it resonates. But with the new moon in Virgo, this is always about discernment. It can also be over-analysis, nitpicking about things. And perfectionism sometimes can come in, but it can also be the other way, where a decluttering needs to be happening, whether this is emotional or a physical decluttering, or it could just be old ideas and beliefs, or just making it clear what needs to be happening now. For the situation where this is the divine door, and it says the sacred lotus. So compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. So the lotus rises up through the mud to produce this exquisite flower that sits on the surface. So that's what you see, but the plant actually rose up through the muck, from the bottom of the riverbed, or the lake, whatever. It rose up through all of those layers. So it went through a lot, and I feel this is what needs to be looked at. The compassion needs to be brought in. The word compassion also came up in your life reading, and there was also a lot of Mercury energy which is coming up as well. So I feel that, as I said, some sort of plotting of the course forward, or going to the next level, or some sort of discussion needs to be happening here. Some sort of direction needs to be given as to what is going to occur, what direction you're going to be moving in. But there's compassion that needs to be applied, because there may be all kinds of things. You may have past relationship issues, or you may have other situations that are occurring at this time. But there's some sort of challenge. But it can be reconciled, and it can come together. There's sort of it could just be an external challenge, that's coming at your relationship at this time, or it could just be that there will be a gradual things will get better gradually, but just at the moment there is a bit of a challenge to the relationship itself, or within the relationship. I do feel with the word responsibility here, I do feel that there's either too much of this or too little. One or the other. It could be too much. There could be too much weight, which is holding the relationship down, or it could be perceived responsibilities about certain things. It could also be that certainly there's this element of certainly for your person, freedom, the wanting of freedom, whether this is freedom to try new things, be a bit more adventurous, either within the relationship, or to do with actually movement, physical movement, freedom, or it could be to do with the freedom of ideas, or the wanting to travel, or the wanting to explore. There's some sort of freedom aspect coming in here, and it could also just be like putting aside certain responsibilities in order to bring more freedom up into the relationship, to make it more sort of exciting, or more out of the routine, because Virgo can be very much about routine. It can be too much routine actually as well. So it could be that maybe certain things need to be changed up. There needs to be a sort of a freshening up, or some sort of discussion, or a new direction set here. Something to bring in the opposing directions and create a middle path. But the responsibility aspect, as I said, is not to be running away from it, but perhaps there's been too much of this, and it's weighted heavily in the relationship, and it's sort of stifled things. Or it could be that there just needs to be a change of routine within the relationship, a change of things, new direction, something like that. Now for you, I feel that you're the one that is needing to make the decision here, or to push things forward. If there's a discussion that needs to happen, and some sort of new direction that needs to be made, I feel that you are the one that's needing to do this. And I feel that you need to do this, or you want to do this. You've got Aries, the radical here, but between you and your person, the energies could be interchangeable. So see how it resonates with you. But the Aries energy is always about moving forward, action. Now, in your life reading, the fire element sign came up. So this could very well be to do with something to do with this relationship. There could also be a makeover required here in the relationship, some sort of makeover, as I said, some sort of new direction. It could be going to a new level or a new direction, or some sort of freshening up, or it could be going in different directions. Your person going one way and you going the other, or you may need to let them go off and do something. It depends on the situation, because the full moon in Libra can be also a makeover of some sort of freshening up, or some sort of direction that needs to be given. But I feel that you need to be doing it, because the Aries energy is always initiation energy, moving things forward, or trying new things, or the initiation. That is the Aries energy, the idea and the initiation, action, courage. It can also be a bit selfish, so maybe you have been holding things in and there needs to be more fresh air or more freedom allowed. It depends on the basis of your relationship, but the Aries energy is about action, going forward, driving things forward. But I feel it's also very fiery and exhilarating, but it could also be that this fire needs to be stoked, or some sort of direction needs to be set, and this is the person that's going to be needing to do that, to actually come up with the idea and push it forward. And I feel your person will be on board, because they've got a lot of freedom energy around them at this time. Then you can work towards that sort of initiating or going to a new level or some sort of new direction. But there's a discussion that needs to be held here. You've also got, this is your divine door. Morning memory, its healing gift runs a destined course, the morning dawn, our inspired source. Meditate under the sun. So it's saying that there's also some thought required here, some going within and some thought. Don't just rush in. And you may want to be impulsive, you may want to take charge and do all those wonderful, exhilarating, courageous things. But just do a little bit of forethought, go within and come up with what needs to be done. It's going to come to you from within. I feel that is what it's saying there. Now for your person, they've got the Sagittarian energy, which is a very adventurous, exploring energy. It's expansive, philosophical, enthusiastic. So your person is on board. Whatever you propose, I'm quite sure your person will be on board. And there's a little bit of risk-taking here. Travel. Your person may very much want to travel. Either they want to travel on their own or with you if there's a new idea on board, or it could be that they may need to just go off on a trip or do something, and you may just need to release them temporarily, or however you want to do it, or it could be just a new idea or some kind of plan. But this person is wanting to explore, wanting to do things, and they're quite adventurous in that regard. And they've got here, this is the divine door. They've got two actually. Freedom flows. Don't hold yourself back from worldly freedom. Dream grand things for divine sacred reason. So they're dreaming a lot at the moment. They really are dreaming a lot. They're dreaming of either travel or some adventure, obviously with you or on their own, depending on your situation. If this is a new person coming in, then this person is quite adventurous and likes to travel, or likes to get out and about, more happy-go-lucky, adventurous kind of a person. But also it's kind of like very generous energy as well. So they could be very much like that if it's a new person coming in. So you could be falling in love. That's also indicated by this. You could be falling in love. And this is a new person and this is their energy, but there's some housekeeping that needs to occur, or some sort of discussion, okay, about what is the direction for this. Because this person is quite flexible and is definitely on board. They're enthusiastic. They're also very generous, as I said. And they may be a little bit independent in some ways, but they like freedom, but they also may be thinking about that, dreaming about traveling or going on an adventure with you, or however it's playing out. They've also got this card here, and walkabout. You discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. So they may be involved in environmental things, or they may be interested in that, or they may be wanting to go on in some sort of exploration and do something to do with that, or they just may be learning certain things at this time from their environment or what is going on, or they may just be very curious about what is going on. The Sagittarian energy is very philosophical. So it could be that they may be wanting to explore a bit and just discover more things or find out about things, or they could be interested in earthly activities or growing things or learning things about natural medicines or something like that. But there's some sort of adventure or some sort of exploration, whether it's purely internal or external, that they're wanting to go on here. As I said, there's some sort of discussion, because we've got the Mercury card, which is the communication card. This is about your words and your thoughts. Analysis does come in, but don't go into paralysis, overthinking things. But there's some sort of expression or discussion or talk that needs to happen here. A decision going to the next level, or some sort of course that needs to be put into action. And it's also about understanding and curiosity and learning, and having some kind of when you're learning something or when you're discovering something about somebody, it's kind of an exploration. There's a discovery that goes on there. There's curiosity. It's also about perception and understanding and understanding, and learning and looking and listening, and paying attention to detail as well, being attentive. That also comes in with a Virgo, paying attention to detail or being attentive to the person or to the situation. With the full moon in Libra, a win-win outcome is forecast. So this is saying that there's give and take required here, but there may be a decision that needs to be made. Okay, but there's give and take, support and compassion for each other, give and take, mutual support. So it could be that the relationship is going to a new level, or there's some kind of going in different directions, or it could be a new person coming and falling in love. Or it could just be that you're falling in love with this person. It may have started out as a love affair, and now it's going, deeper than that, which is the level change, which I'm talking about. But there's give and take, there's balance required here. It can also be, as I said, some sort of makeover, some sort of new orientation is required. And full moon is always a culmination. So I feel there's a discussion or something that needs to come to the surface like the lotus coming to the surface. So something needs to be some sort of blossoming or discussion or change of direction or new direction. We've also got here a distance kiss and a prayer flag. That is the divine door, and it says a distant kiss in a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. So if you are not together, then there is definitely missing going on between the people, between you both. There's some sort of distant kiss and a prayer flag. So this is like missing the person, wishing that they were around or wishing that they were with you. Okay. Now this can also apply to a mental distance. So it could be that your person is off dreaming about things and you are wanting to pull them back. And this is where this missing or wanting to bring them into your space again. So it could be that, it could be representative of that. But there's definitely some kind of missing energy here, as in missing the person or missing some aspect of them or wanting them in your life. So if you want this person in your life, if you're falling in love or you're going to a new level, then you need to then this needs to be articulated in some way, and this is why you have got the Mercury communication card. There's something that needs to be said here, or discussed, or some kind of plan going forward, or it could be that this person wants to go off and do something, and you may just have to put yourself on hold or put the situation on hold until they have done this journey. So take it as it resonates for your situation. Okay, Sagittarius, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.